go!
Alright guys, and today we have Deluxe Class Lockdown, whoa, coming at you from the Age of Extinction movie.
And it comes with his weapon too.
Yes, it comes with his gun, and we will show you all the cool things you can do with that gun in the review. And we've got some comparison stuff to show you from some of the other figures from the same series. So, without further ado,
let's go.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
In a normal voice.
In a normal voice.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay. First, we're going to open the cabinet. We're doing the transformation. So open this cabinet to reveal this. And there's a teeny little symbol. Then next, you want to grab into the legs. And then get in the headlights, like so. And these have to go like this. And then you have to turn the leg, like so. Flip to the foot. And then you have to flip to the foot. And that's the way he's going to stand. And then you have to turn around the head.
Okay. It looks like we've got one step lockdown here too. For a little bit of comparison.
So, you unplug this, like so, and then you have to take these and make the missiles, just like I showed you. Take in these and take onto the missiles, and then you pretty much have lockdown. If you extend these, it makes them longer.
Okay, and there you can see the size difference. Let me pull in on that. There you can see the size difference between Leo and Deluxe Class Lockdown and his one step, and we'll get into that a little bit more when we do the close-ups, but size difference, Deluxe Class is a little bit bigger. There's also, let's put it next to Deluxe Class Hotshot, also from the same series, and you can see it looks like Hotshot is actually a little bit bigger. So, and this is kind of a scaling issue with the car, because they have a smaller figure to accommodate the size of the car, and he's actually one of the bigger characters in the movie if you remember size-wise. And here he's about the same as some of the other ones, so they didn't quite scale it 100% properly, and but he's pretty close.
And then you have this gun, and right here you plug it into his hand like so, and
okay. Yeah, so you see he's got this enormous, like the gun is wildly out of scale with the figure. And here comes another missile coming at. It's a little spring-loaded missile on this gun, and we'll get into that more also in the close-ups, but that gun is just wildly out of scale for the size of the figure. It looks okay on him when he's in vehicle mood, but when he's in robot, it's just like absurdly huge. In fact, actually, hold this next to him for a second. Okay, and here you can kind of see the gun is nearly as tall as the figure. There, you should pull that in. The gun is nearly as tall as the figure itself, so that gun is just crazy out of scale. But it's cool. It's a cool gun. Not necessarily movie accurate, but it's cool. Yeah, and then Lockdown fell over. You can do a lot of neat stuff with that gun also. Which we'll get into in a little bit here.
Okay, how to transform him back. You have to take this like so. Ta-da. And then you have to flip out these. So it makes the front accurate part.
Okay.
And then these look like chicken legs.
He's not quite like Chicken Charger, but...
And then you have to tippy-toe that. And then this plug has to go in here. Okay. Tippy-toes. I'm dancing. Whirling.
Whoa, and then apparently he goes crazy.
And then you have to take and spin. Like so. And then you have to take this back. And then spinning.
That's a lot of spinning.
And then you have to put this in.
This is a very complicated transformation.
And you see that these tires have to fit into these right here. And the fenders, so you have to move these out of the way. And then pretty much have to take the cab. And then you have to flip it right over to where the engine part is. So these have to go in here. And you see I'm not doing it the right way, so that's fine. And then you want to do with these was you needed to
Yeah, you can transfer however you want. It's your toy, so you can. I mean, there's a way that
Then you have to put this tab in the doors.
Yeah.
So
The designers intended for it to go a certain way, but once you buy the toy, right, it's yours. You can do whatever you want with it. You can paint it. You can trade parts with something else. You can transform it however you want to. But the instructions at least tell you how they meant for it to go.
So the plug in here, and then it just looks like he has rocket boosters.
Yeah, it's like he's got like fender covers or like rear wheel covers or something.
So then you have to take these pretend rear wheel covers and take these back for the back headlights. So.
Okay.
And you can see that.
Okay, so let's close in on it. You can see Leo likes it where there's a gap between the hood and the fenders. So you can do that too if you want to. Yeah, whatever.
There's these little pegs in holes that go into the pegs and look like there's a shooter on the car.
Yeah.
Watch
And
this.
you can shoot it off of the car as well.
Hold on, maybe I'll.
But it's a little stiff. Whoa! There it goes. So it's a little spring-loaded mechanism in there.
You can see that these pegs goes into these slots.
Right.
Right here, see? And then you put it like so.
Okay, so Leo's got to transform it back into robot mood, so you guys can see one of his alt modes in robot mode, in which he becomes Gunface.
So you actually have to reach into the car, and you can see that these go away from the fenders, and then whirling and whirling and whirling, whirling and whirling. And then I'm skateboarding. Okay, so now that we did that, we have to do stop, so he doesn't go pear-shaped.
Oh, you got it.
So you see that these have to take these like so, and then you have to take these under, and then you have to take these right onto the wheel covers, like wheel fender, whatever you want to call that. And then you have to take these out and put this in like so, and then you have to take this like so, and then
Yeah, this guy really opens up a lot. And there's a couple points you have to be a little bit careful with so that they don't detach. Just because the design of this is, it's good, but it's not one of the greater ones out there.
okay, so you have to do this on the double hinge, so it has to go right onto the roof parts. And then you have to move this. And then what you'll have to do is cover this, whatever you want to do with the headlights. Cover that, and then you have to do this. Like so, and then the truly little bits. You have to take apart, and then you have to spin around, and then make them the real feetsies.
The real pieces. Awesome.
And then these have to do like so. And now, what do you put the missile?
Okay. Okay.
And
there he is in Gunface mode. And it looks like he's going to shoot again. Woo! Where'd that go? Well, we'll have to find his missile, but there he is in his Gunface mode. Alright, let's see, where did that go?
And you can do the engine. I'm going to do one special feature. You have to take the engine like so, and then you have these two slots, and then you put these on here.
Oh yeah, so you can mount him to the back as well if you guys would like to do that.
And then you can see the engine up. Look at that.
Yeah, that's his hood and the way it legs. So if you have the canopy section all folded up, can you still put the gun on?
You can do this.
Okay.
Treadmill.
Uh-oh, he's on the treadmill.
And then, you think you were born? Well, you were born.
Where do you think you come from? You think you were born? No, you were made.
No.
And your creators want you back.
No. Say the silly catchphrase. Silly catchphrase.
Never is here.
No, not that catchphrase. The catchphrase that says, you think you were born? Well, yes, you were born. You have to say
Autobots, Decepticons like little children, always fighting, making a mess out of the universe. Then I've got to clean it up. You promised me human intelligence, or is there such a thing? Leomatic, you think you were born? Well, you probably were. Probably were born.
See? I tell you. Okay, size comparison with this guy, but first I'm going to transform this guy.
Okay, yeah, we got one more comparison left here for you guys to check out. With the vehicle mood versus another vehicle mood.
Okay, so you have
Deluxe class.
You have to do this. You do that, and then if you want to do this, just take out that. And then we're going to make it into the twirly feet. Twirly feet. Yes, the twirly feetsies. Okay, so you have to do this in a simple way. So you have to turn this. Then twirly feet.
Oh. Wow. He's like a ballet guy.
And then you have to take this head section. You want to fold that back, but first you have to do this. Oh, I'm headless.
Oh my gosh. You were built to do what you were told.
Ow. Ah!
I feel sorry for you, Prime.
Why?
Your legion, these humans. The loyalty be with loyalty to a cause is that the cause will always betray you.
And then in the movie, lockdown just shot a missile, and then they exploded. And one time when they exploded, it shooted right where Cade was, and then he became dead.
Oh yeah.
He turned to a skeleton.
With the grenades, yeah. Every galaxy I have traveled, all you species are the same. You all think you're the center of the universe. You have no idea. Optimus Prime, come to me.
And I can say...
Take that human to the trash.
And I could say that you could make this guy sound like a bus. See?
A bus?
Uh-huh.
How? Oh, there you go. Alright, and let's see who's coming in for a size comparison. Oh, yes! It's the Bugatti Veyron of Drift. Okay. Awesome. Okay, and wow. He is, whoa, check that out. He is way smaller. Actually, let's put the one step in there too. We'll get a shot of these two together to see the size go. Hey, what happened?
Sometimes this guy doesn't want to come together.
Yeah, see if you can lock him in. Okay. So you can see there, he's actually closer to the size of the one step than he is to the other deluxe class. That's pretty crazy. And then when we did the comparison to Hotshot, he's very similar to the Drift Bugatti. So, wow, yeah, he is. So he is a little bit smaller just with that car mood.
And you can put an extra extension.
Yeah, you can put a gigantic gun on it too. Alright.
Oh, this guy's much bigger than us. Let's go away.
I also have a saying, I don't care.
Do you think you were born? No, you were made, and your creators want you back.
We all work for someone. It's my fight now, and you're all gonna die.
Look at this.
Whoa.
I guess that's Drift's and Baby Lockdown's end.
Oh man, not Baby Lockdown. One Step Lockdown has taken a little bit of a powder here, I guess.
Whew, That's
Alright, good.
Oh no, Lockdown. What? Stop there! Stop! 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 Oh, it went to the desert.
Okay, and through the magic of magic, Leo has grown a shirt for hair, and we're going to do some close-ups. So, the weapon's not actually in him at the moment, but here he is in gun face mode, and you can see it covers up his head very well, so you can barely see his face back there. It doesn't actually turn his face into it, but it is a nice covering. And here you can kind of see my face, you die. Well, we're gonna see your face anyway, buddy. So here we are checking out the head sculpt, and there's the thing with this car is that there is a ton of detail in this thing. Okay, and here we have him with his battle mask. So if you get the one step, you can have his battle mask. Obviously, coloration is considerably different. It's mostly just blue. Whereas you've got a lot of more detail and so on in the Deluxe class. But actually this, you know, I will say it, this one step is actually really good too. You know, on the back side of it, you can see here this blue junk in the back for instead of the rear window. And this is partially because this figure is not licensed, and this one is. So this is licensed from Lamborghini. So you can see it's got the transparent blue plastic here, this acrylic. This looks awesome, and I really wish they would have extended it to the windows. It's kind of one of my bigger complaints about this particular vehicle, but from the back he actually looks okay. From the side, I'm not in love with his arms, but he looks okay. I really like this purple coloration on the Decepticon shield there. And then from the front, he's pretty good. So there's one bad thing back here. I'll just show you this real quick. You can see there's a port and there's a tab. This thing doesn't like to stay in there, and that needs to go in there to kind of hold him upright. He's got the feet are pretty close to what they were in the movie, but it's not super stable. So okay, and let's look at the gun before we get too far into that. So here's the gun, and this missile is fluff, but here's the gun itself. Obviously not movie accurate in any way, but it is very functional. So it also has a spring mechanism to get the thing loaded. Like if you try to drop it, if you try to push in like this, the natural inclination is just to shove it in and hope for the best, but that won't work. What you need to do is this pulls in and out. So pull it out, and then you need to brace it so you can hold it out, and then push until the ball clicks. And from there, if you don't see the tip of it, like so, right here, this relation here, it's not in correctly. And then to fire it, you just pull back on the these spring clips. So just brace the bottom, pull back on the spring clips, and over and away. Okay, so let's load that up again here real quick, and let's put the gun mode in, or let's put the gun rather in his rivet mode, so we can see just how ridiculous he looks like this. So here's the gun, and you can see, I mean, this thing is absurd. If you did this, look, so here he is just standing here. See, it extends well past his feet. So that gun is nuts. Usually you'll see in the figure like this, but he stands fairly well even with this hugely embellishing gun. So anyway, to transform him, let's take the gun off. And first thing I like to do is straighten out these. So I straighten these out, and then I just put it like this. So he's doing the lockdown iron cross. From there, I just pull this part out, and his legs will need to be, you need to flatten his feet, like so. And then you can see just this part, okay? Just the lower part is all it needs to rotate. So you can see there's a little notch right here, and there's the peg, and just put those in together. Now it's important that you keep this like this, or it will not transform exactly correctly. So from there, you just pull this part out, and we'll come up here and extend the hood and the windshield into the roof canopy, like so. And there's, you can see a little swivel joint right there. So just flatten him out. So he looks, it's really, really long like this, but this is the easiest way. Flatten him out to orient the fender points with the hood, and then put that part in like so. The fender points, you need to kind of watch these because they'll try to get trapped underneath. This part goes over. So, in fact, we'll just do it now. So, you can see the fender point just comes up and goes over. And then from there, you just fold this down like so. Now, you can see in there where some of this stuff is going to go. This needs to be completely flat against the roof there. So if you don't have it completely flat, it'll get lopsided. It'll actually pop out of this joint. So just give it a good little push there, and you should be mostly okay. So from there, you can just kind of line up these other parts and flip it around. You can see this is mostly finished, but you can see the gap here, right? That's not flat against it. So we just need to just shove in there until you hear that satisfying crunch of him being pegged in. And tab in the back of the car. So here is, you can see there's some little points there that it tabs in. Actually, you can maybe see it a little bit better here. So that will tab into this. This one will come over and tab in like so. Oops, I didn't tab into the right one there, obviously. So there we go, nice and tabbed in. So the back is pretty much done. Then we come here and we're looking at the lines again. So we're not tucked in. We're tucked in on one side but not the other. So these little pegs need to be tabbed in together like so. And from there, you can see it gets it pretty close to where it needs to go. And it doesn't always like to stay in, so you may need to do this a couple times. But there it is. He's all together now. We don't have the huge seams in a lot of this, although there are some seams. Probably unavoidable ones. I'm not super in love actually with how this guy goes together, because my major problem, you can see right through that window, because why? There's no blue transparent plastic. There really should be there, and they made a gigantic, I mean, so the one step, the windows rolled down too, right? But they had such an opportunity here, and I'm really sad that they didn't elect to capitalize on it, because that's a gorgeous blue on that plastic there. Here's my favorite part. Yay! Red taillights! They actually painted this one! Woohoo! Alright, so Lamborghini Aventador, that is Lockdown, the villain, more or less, at least on the robot side of the Age of Extinction movie. So you can see you'll have to probably just keep tweaking this a little bit. and the cut lines in the back, this is really kind of sloppy actually. I don't know if you can see that. The cut lines in the back just look a little goofy. But I mean, this is a licensed car. They did I think overall really well with it. It's definitely one of the nicer looking figures particularly in a movie that was chock full of exotic cars. This one stood out is arguably the most is probably quite an achievement. So, and then of course we have some different placement there. The Autobot shield is on the hood. There, the Autobot shield is on the fender there. Although, of course, in the movie Lockdown doesn't really have allegiance with anybody. And then you've got some. They're cool looking, but these are unintentional flaws in the actual plastic from the coloration. Looks like the dye ran possibly. So, and there you go. There you have it. The Lockdown figure. Oh, and if you want to, you can, of course, as Leo showed you, these two tabs are for mounting the guns. These don't seem to do anything on the side, so I'm going to spend time with those. But even there, it's an oversized for the actual weapon itself. Okay, and so real quick, let's just shoot the gun at the camera. There we go. Okay, so you get kind of an idea how it fires. It's not a great weapon by any means, but it is pretty cool. Okay, and there it is, the Deluxe class version of Lockdown from the Age of Extinction Transformers movie. And as always, we hope you guys have enjoyed the review. Thanks for coming by. We'd love it if you give us a big old thumbs up and hit the red subscribe button if you've not already done so. And we will see you all
next time.
Next time. There's a missile. All right, and goodbye.